Alright. Should be alive. Hey guys. What's going on? I'm Kings. They're playing something new, playing some Eternal Strands. Came out on what do we call it? Xbox Game Pass. So there's that. Reason I can't go live on my channel. Oh. Load everything. Okay. Actually, we're ready to go. Alright, I haven't used a 360 controller in a while, so yeah, let's see how this works out. I don't really know much about this game. I just was scrolling through whatchamacallit, Game Pass. I saw it, so I was like, give this a shot. Stream. So this could be good, could be bad. Don't really know.
The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida. And without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago. But I'd be lying if I said it has lived up to all I hoped it would be. Stop! Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began.
Oh. I thought we were playing a game, not watching an anime or cartoon.
Careful.
Thanks.
How does everyone here die?
Bryn, over here.
You know that's gonna happen. She runs on her own, and you know, you're most likely gonna go for revenge. That's how all these games work. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. Okay, finally, I think we're looking at some actual, in-game footage.
What do you think?
But now we got visual novel aspects to it on top of it. Okay.
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the Veil, I wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded in tangles. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it. Until now.
You found a route?
have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow.
Do what with it?
I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you take the preliminary scouting expedition?
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other weavers to see how you do in the field. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road. And if you make any discoveries, that will endear you to the band.
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too dangerous.
I don't know what that means.
Just steer clear of the tangles. Any questions before you head out?
What's a scry on the... whatever you said? Like, what does that mean? Question hubs, like below, will loop back and ask more questions. The top option continues with the dialogue. Already heard options will gray out.
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led straight to Denevron. The hub for bartering magical goods. Before the Surge, caravans used the Strand Road to enter and exit the Enclave with their goods. It's been completely submerged by tangles, unfortunately.
We can find out what tangles are?
Still, if we can get any closer to that passage, we will find rare artifacts lost in the Surge.
I know the scry is a standard device across Weaver bands, but my previous leader, Aaron, didn't really make use of ours.
He sent you on expeditions without it?
I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he didn't exactly stay close to the table at the camp while I was out.
That's incredibly dangerous. I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah. Anyway, mind explaining how it works in your Weaver band?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece, which allows me to communicate with you and give directions from the scry table. At the table, everyone will be able to watch your expedition and communicate with you as needed. The last, most important function of the scry is that it allows me to use magic to pull you back to camp when your life is in danger.
Right.
So your last Weaver band, sent you to go die over and over again. You just somehow happened to come back alive. They're like, what the fuck? How do we kill this person?
That clears up anything I needed to know. I'll head to the watchtower.
Glad to hear it. You can head out then.
Okay. You can finally play the game. Alright, looks like we've got a health bar. Got some potions, which is down on the D-pad. We got a compass in the bottom right. Not sure what the compass is for. Like, does it matter if I know which way is north? Move like this. Okay.
No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
Okay, insert like this.
The
Why?
veil. Even more impressive up close.
Just this. Shall magnify the enchantment.
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth.
And deadly.
The closer you get to the veil, the thicker they'll become.
Its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Until now.
Okay. I gotta turn up sensitivity. Sensitivity controls. Just max it out and see what happens. A little bit better. Up and down is really fast though, but left and right is not. That's what always needs to work. Love how they don't have a
That wall is completely
left and right.
frozen.
Up and down. Down is too much. Alright, lifts and move objects and creatures. Lifts and move objects? Weaver's grasp. Okay. Purple aura marks valid targets, while those marked red are too heavy for the current level of the strand. L2 to prepare the strand, hold R2 to cast, release R2 to throw it forward.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the Veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken. So, if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Give it a moment to cool. Then you should be able to climb.
Okay. My stamina. Move forward facing any vertical surface to start climbing. So I can climb any surface. So it's like a Genshin or Zelda type gameplay. Use. Apparently I have full health anyways. That's the tower we're looking for, I think. Oh,
Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition.
yeah, what's the worst that could happen? And they come back here anyway, right?
Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Don's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm using...
Aurea?
Oh, the dragon.
Bring connections back.
Was that a drake?
Yeah.
Pulling you out.
Mira's breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
That can't be good.
We can't extract you.
Dharm, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return.
And the delay it takes from blocking and not blocking is much. Okay. Everything that glows must break. That dragon doesn't go, or the drake, I guess you should call it, don't go to the camp and kill everybody over there. Well, we're over here. That would suck. It's his problem. What's it doing? Why didn't it just kill us? Why is it burning everything around us? I'm confuzzled.
For the love of... It's an ash peak drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path.
Okay. Ice wall rapidly freezes water in the air. Pre-check of ice. Useful for pinning foes of all sizes or creating ledges or bridges. For distant targets, aim at the furthest point and draw ice closer. Prepare strand L2, then R2.
Darn's still working on the scry, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it.
Oria, that drake's acting weak.
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Who am I taking damage from? Hopefully it'll be busy
Damn it,
trying to
Catherine
eat.
was right. That drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast.
Get back to full health. I'll beat and switch to bow.
Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
Can I still like break objects? What happens if I break this? Nothing. Got it. How do I, hold, draw, then loose arrow. So the same button. you go, I'm trying to kill you.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
Okay. Never stand and come back up.
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
Keep going.
That's the path.
Good stretch, Bryn. Final stretch.
How do we know that? Okay.
That can't be an ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the Veil.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get...
Why did it just kill me? Like, I don't understand what's its aim.
You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan.
Trying, but she's too close to the Veil. The tangles...
Too thick, I know.
Sucks. Yeah, ice versus fire. Fire's always gonna win.
Skies. If this isn't the strangest.
Got them. Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
Change
your plans, everyone! Pack up!
You're...
What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arc. We need to go. Now. Up ahead! Wait! Ah! I'm fine. Keep moving! Guys, the arc!
Okay. Strands. Guess that's the tutorial done. That's through the veil.
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
Loomgate.
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting. If your wing doesn't heal, our point is out of commission.
Our point? What do you mean?
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
You sure she's ready for all of this?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
Yes. I have every confidence that she will make a great point.
As long as we don't all die here first.
Dialogue choices guide Bryn's demeanor and explore different parts of her character. There are no wrong choices.
Our arrival was rocky, but I will do everything in my power to ensure our survival. If we avoid unnecessary risks, we'll be back on our feet in no time.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Veil's shadow, we had no idea we'd end up here. The Enclave was once a safe haven for all Weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation. Since the Veil went up, Weavers took the blame for decades of war. All because of what happened here.
Not sure why weavers would be the problem with war. It's like saying weapon manufacturers are the problem for war. I'm pretty sure it's people who use the weapons are the ones that are, you know, the cause of war. Or the people that, pretty much just the governments of the nations or whatever that use the weapons to then decide to go to war. It's not the people that have magic. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across the Maida to find out not just what happened, but why.
What is a typical trope I've seen in this type of media?
Maybe then, weavers can find our place in the world again. But first, survival. Bryn, that's you and me. Find me when you're ready. Adjourned.
What do you do, bud?
Gates must need a massive source of magic to function. Instantaneous transit across hundreds of leagues.
Dom? Hello? Everything okay?
Bryn, you are going to check out the loom gate at some point, right?
Yeah, of course. I'll get around to it.
Good, good. Why it refuses to function is a mystery we must unravel together. A priority.
Not worried about our survival in an unknown land filled with volatile magic like the others?
Details. There is so much to discover, survival will take care of itself. Or Casmin will insist it does, at least.
Huh.
So, our acting point. Is your heart racing at the prospect of traversing these lost lands?
Growing up in Carnhaven, my father told me stories about the Enclave as I fell asleep. It's crazy to think I'm living through what once was just a bedtime story.
Perhaps you'll even become one. We are the first band to cross the Veil in half a century.
I hope history gives our story a more flattering beginning. Not sure I want our tale to start with us tripping over each other as we run from tangles.
With the most daring point to ever live, Bryn of Carnhaven, no one will remember our wobbly entrance.
Thanks, Dom.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, something else is tugging at my attention.
Okay.
Loom gates.
Loom gates.
All right.
I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the Veil.
By the looks of it, it was a one-way ticket.
Well, the Enclave built many arcs and other magical constructs. I've never heard of one designed to repel Drake's breath, though.
You think we might find another ark that could help us escape?
Or possibly repair this one? It must be special somehow. As Aurea said, the arcs never left the Enclave, yet this one did.
We know as much as we can from looking at it. Time to start exploring if we want to find answers.
Makes sense. I wonder if we can have the ability to, like, upgrade the place.
Lane, you seem lost in thought. Settling in all right?
Oh, Bryn. Yes, I am. And you? I notice you've been checking in with the others at the camp.
You did? Are you spying on me?
Oh, of course not. It's my vocation to observe. Not just you. Everyone.
Why is your eye sparkling?
In fact, if you'd like, I can tell you a little about the others. You are newer to our band, after all.
Sev is relatively new to the team too. Has Sola taken on smithing apprentices before him?
No, she's never had an apprentice before. I don't know how he came to be her apprentice either. No one seems to.
That's a little odd, isn't it?
Not really. Typically, Ram are very secretive, culturally speaking. Sev may remain an enigma. I wish he would open up, though. I'd like to learn more about his people.
Before joining, I knew Auria's band was renowned for its top-notch techniques in weaving. Why do you think that is?
To keep a points expedition gear competitive, you need a smith and an enchanter working in perfect harmony. And there's never been a pairing more harmonious than the union of our enchanter, Dam, and our smith, Sola.
They are sweet together.
Did you know Sola is descended from nobility?
From Sansa?
No. In fact, Dam hails from Renland, where magic is completely forbidden. I often wonder if Dam's fascination with enchanting would be as obsessive if magic wasn't dogmatically kept from him as a child.
I've traveled with
I love how they're
Orphan
spewing
before,
things
but
about
it wasn't
locations
quite
that I
as
have no idea what they mean.
functional as this. What makes this one run so smoothly?
The obvious answer is Aurea. Not only is she a strong point and leader herself, but her mother is one of the most famous enchantresses of our time. She's grown up surrounded by excellence.
Wow. Still, it sounds like a lot to live up to.
If it is, Aurea makes it look easy.
You said Aurea is the obvious answer to this band's success. Is there a not-so-obvious answer?
Yes. While Aurea runs the field, when it's time for the caravan to move, it's Casmin who takes over. She used to be a quartermaster on the docks of Don Brennick, facilitating relief efforts for the Udean Federation. With the speed she can pack a caravan, it's no wonder that Aurea trusts her to take over when it's time to move.
Given that I'm the newest member, how do you think I fit in?
It speaks volumes that Aurea trusts you with taking over the expeditions this soon. I would have thought Casmin might take over in this interim period instead of you.
Casmin?
Up until about 6 months before you joined, Aurea was training her to become her replacement as point. It was going well, then out of nowhere the training ended, and Aurea began searching for a new point. I don't know if it was Aurea's decision or Casmin's, but either way, I suppose
It could
it's
cause
Oh,
for the
rivalry
best.
between you and
You wouldn't
Casmin.
be here otherwise.
Casmin hasn't been the most welcoming towards me. I wonder if she could be upset that I'm the new point.
Knowing Casmin, if she has a problem with you, it won't be long before she confronts you about it.
Great. Lane, offering insight about the others is nice, but I came here to talk about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to know, really. I suppose I'm the typical third child to a second son of a patriarch of a minor mercantile house in Udea.
Third child to a second son? Does it make you like a, not even really related at that point?
What?
I've enjoyed the experience of growing up in a family embroiled in feuds so long-standing that no living relative can recall inciting incidents firsthand. At a young age, scholastic endeavors became my escape from the familial turmoil until I could finally leave home, and so on and so forth. Nothing but a classical presentation of third child issues in a Udean mercantile family.
Right. And how are you feeling since we entered the Enclave?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. Nothing's really wrong, but never mind.
You sure? Whatever's on your mind, I'm happy to listen.
Yesterday, entering the Enclave in our lifetime seemed impossible, yet today, here we are. It strikes me as an opportunity that was profoundly easy to miss. That's all. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Okay.
You've been busy.
It's a work in progress. Taking stock and all. We lost a lot of gear running for our lives. Speaking of, are you doing okay?
I'm glad we made it in safely. But no one's really sure why the Enclave sealed itself away.
And you're worried we're in for a rough ride?
I think caution's in order.
I agree. But don't lose sight that we're the first people we know of to make it into this place in decades. You're capable. And this is an opportunity like no other. Oh, and listen. We've got your back, okay? All of us. Right now, we need to focus on getting our feet back under us. And you need to get the lay of the land while we do.
Okay, crafting. Craft new armor, arms and armor at the smithy. Each design uses a combination of different classes of material, forged, carved, and etc. Those materials are divided into slots. The top slot uses the most materials, has the biggest impact on the item's stats. Materials have properties such as weight, heat, and so on, while also affecting color. Mix and match materials to create custom gear in both ability and looks. Some quests also require crafting. These live in their own category, but also work the same. Provide the needed materials and craft the items to advance. Quest materials are only ever used in one recipe. Okay. Shields, one Danish sword and shield. How do I figure out if it's on par with what I'm currently using or not? I have carved resource and woven resource either way, so matter. Forged resource. This is all I have. I don't have a woven resource or carved resource yet. It looks like it's the breastplate and the not greaves, that's a pants. What is the bracer? Yeah, okay, it's right there in the fucking. It's right there in the middle where it points bracers. Okay. Like, what the heck are they called again? Greave boots, yep. I don't have any materials to actually craft any of them. So, there's that.
Sev, how are you holding up?
Oh, fine. I mean, I'm trapped inside a magic bubble that's filled to the brim with life-threatening creatures.
Sorry about that, I changed. God, I still had the tags from Pokemon still in there.
Also left an entire known world behind, and I'll probably never see remnants of my past life again. But, you know, I'm fine.
Hey, at least Solo did half your unpacking. No sprained back muscles for you.
True, no back pain. In a few days, I might die from a creature attack. But at least I'll leave a corpse with good posture.
Sev.
This apprenticeship is turning into more than I signed up for.
That is completely understandable. We're all reeling.
Yeah. You're probably right. Listen, I should get back to helping Sola.
I was talking with Sola earlier. She is a great listener. Maybe talk to her about how you're feeling too?
I wouldn't want to burden her.
She'd be happy to help.
I'll think about it.
Now I got this sitting on my screen. Like, how do I get rid of it? There we go. Alright. Can not talk to yet. Anything over this way?
Your tent. Might not be glamorous, but you can rest here when you're not gallivanting on expeditions.
It's perfect.
I don't know about perfect. I could have done a better job if we didn't lose half our supplies when we passed through the Veil.
Seriously, I didn't have anything close to this in Aaron's band. Half the time I was lucky if I didn't sleep on dirt.
Huh. That's unfortunate. I'll leave you to get settled.
Well, yeah, you have something covering your head now, but you're still sleeping on dirt, it looks like. And this is the only way to see my inventory? Can't really do anything with it. That's who we need to talk to. Hey.
Hey, Casmin. Recovering from our wild entrance into the Enclave?
Save it, okay? I know I should have been more prepared to move.
Hold on, that's not what I...
If I had been more prepared, we wouldn't be missing half our supplies. With more supplies, I could have done a better job patching up Oria's wing. If I had fixed her wing properly, we wouldn't be in unknown territory with a point who...
Whatever it is, just say it, Kaz.
You're no Oria. I'm sorry. But she has more experience and who knows what's out there.
I know my job is important, but we all have a part to play in our survival. I know you can do yours. Trust that with everyone's help, I'll be able to do mine too. I'm not in this alone, Kaz. Neither are you.
You're right. It's just that Oria has been point for so long. I need to give you a chance, though. I'll try.
That's all I ask.
Change equipment. You're equipped at Casman's caravan will be a loadout Bryn takes into expeditions in Enclave. Loadouts can be changed at any time in the base camp, but cannot be swapped while in the field. Okay, so this is where I swap out armor pieces. So if I had different armor, I could swap it out here. Any head armor at all. Two-handed weapons as well. Okay. I might go the two-handed route because I don't really like the defense ability in this game. At least in my opinion, it has like a weird delay.
The scry. The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally watching my back. So this is a loom gate. It's taller than I expected.
The Enclave constructed these for transit. Oh, imagine being able to travel leagues instantly. If only it were working.
There's no sign of damage. It just seems inert.
Deactivated, perhaps? Or simply lacking the energy such a powerful enchantment would need.
You'd know better than any of us. If we could get it working, though.
Oh, the possibilities. All the places we could go. Oh, to hold the hand of my most darling wife as we whisked around the Enclave. Metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously moved people one at a time. Too dangerous otherwise, I imagine.
Do you two need some privacy?
Solar, your genius is just, what was that, Bryn? Yes. Yes, I think we need to go theorize together.
Sure, if you say so.
Trust me, it's not a euphemism. Dom really loves theorizing.
Okay. Alright, well I think that's everything here. Let's continue.
I was impressed by how you handled that Drake outside the Vale.
A little terrifying, I will admit.
But you kept a cool head and didn't let it get the better of you. Not everyone can do that.
So after all the legends, this is it. The Enclave.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us trained under weavers who were born here. Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
I was made for this, Aurea. Failure hasn't even crossed my mind.
Watch that ego. Overconfidence can come back to smack you in the face. That said, getting smacked in the face is your job from time to time. Just learn from it when you can.
I know, I know. I got this.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. For your first expedition, we need to get the lay of the land.
Hey.
Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map of the Enclave to help us get our bearings. It's 60 years old. Pre-Surge. No chance it's accurate, but that's where you come in.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station for caravans entering the Enclave. Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. I've scanned it from the Overlook, and we've got 2 landmarks of note. A second loom gate, and what appears to be a giant statue. Possibly an ark.
You can see it from here? Must be massive.
If either is functional, Dom will throw you a party. I'll be with you on the scry. With fewer tangles, we're hoping the connection will be stronger. The path is down by your tent.
I'll head out now.
Cool. Alrighty then. Oh, what's this? Likely used in the maintenance and calibration of nearby loom gate. Codex fragment increased Bryn's attunement to locales and around Enclave, as well as unlocking lore. I break it? No. Okay, so that unlocked a codex. So I guess there is a point of exploring this area. Actually. I'm gonna go. We're running a tight ship, literally. She used to be a quartermaster aboard a large boat prior to becoming Weaver. Glintwood Hollow. Tree-laden and wild. Monster. What do you think those things are? Is that a white one? Was that the alpha? What the heck was that?
I've got you clear as the sands of summer, Bryn.
No interference from the Enclave.
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Veil.
That's reassuring.
Anything that glows has the potential for something in it. Anything that doesn't, I don't think does. Doesn't really go very far, does it? While surging through, where the surge clearly struck the Enclave hard, the map remains generally what? Alright, so here's the map. 0 out of 5. What does that mean? Huh. What's that here? Huh. Oh. Hoping there's a way to increase our stamina later.
More arcs.
And they're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is staged.
Okay. That one. Oh, no, there was. Pop that over here instead. Alright, I don't know if I'm going the right way. There's the point up there, there's Hydra's Brook, so I got multiple pathing here, so I can go to Hydra's Brook or the point. I need to go, but I guess we'll just head this direction for now.
Fresh water in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
I don't understand what's happening. And these guys didn't die. Those guys were not very nice. I don't like it. They kicked my butt. Water stained and frayed, yet enclave paper always strong. What that did, but is there like a skill thing, or is it just the only way to get stronger is to get better equipment? Huh.
The point. What a beautiful view.
Monsters over there. What's going on with this? It's starting to crack? Maybe. I think I need some substance there. Huh. Well, if that was, I got it. Really, they have a higher chance of dropping materials if they're frozen? I should do that more often. We're gonna pick this up. Return to the base camp to safely store all crafting resources or clear space in your bag. So actually have an inventory limitation. Son of a bitch. I'm guessing you can't fast travel back, right? So we have to go back. Inventory's full. Thanks.
Hinder's Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
Okay. I think there's like no way to actually fast travel back. Like I can't like ask what's your face to call me back to the base. Unless there is a way to do that, and if there is, I have no idea. A1. This doesn't tell me if that's in my that's my inventory. So how do I clear? How do I? An artificial strand resonates with the energies of the original to allow future. So I still need 2 carb not getting them. You have this stuff though. I have enough for. That gives armor, heat resistance goes down, water resistance goes up. Don't know stuff. Need 6.
Not too heavy, not too light.
It's level 1, so how do I make it level 2?
Fit for a point.
Doesn't do anything for me. One has more heat resistance, but this one's better than everything else. Can't swap back to that if I want. It's not like I can dismantle these at all. Once they're crafted, they're crafted.
So when I'm finished scouting the landmarks you mentioned in the Hollow, should I come back to camp immediately?
That's entirely up to you. Points privilege. You're the one taking the risks, so you can gauge how far and how long you can push. From time to time, I or the folks around the camp might have requests, but we'll defer to your priorities. And if you get into trouble, I'll pull you to safety. Might lose some resources, but that's a small price to pay.
Got it. A lot of responsibility.
Points privilege.
Can I ask how you knew to pack up the camp outside the Vale?
The tangles were shifting. They'd been static the entire time. And then, suddenly, just as an arc deflects a wave of Drake's breath, they start to move. That's no coincidence.
How do you know to run to me, then?
The tangles closed down the path the caravan took in. And it wasn't like I was going to abandon you.
Interesting. Alright, so I guess we go out now. There's no way to sleep to make it daytime again. So I guess we'll just keep pushing. I wonder if we go back to camp, will all the NPCs come back? All the I didn't say anything about clearing my inventory, but I guess my inventory did clear out once I back to camp. Just auto goes there. Okay, this wasn't here last time. For it was, we cleared it out. I guess stuff does respawn. Yeah, all the enemies do come back. Okay, so that is something you're gonna have to worry about. Ow. Trying to get a parry, but it doesn't seem to do jack shit. I hate the goddamn fucking blocking mechanic. There we go. Alright, now fighting those two invisible guys again is going to be a pain in the ass. Barely lived through them the first time. right here. Have it? No? We were over there earlier. Not really sure where we're heading. Look for a great arc near the collapsed mine. Great arc. Don't see it. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum.
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Sam will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison him.
I will do my best. No promises. What's that glowing up there? Oh, there is fall damage in the game. Alright, did not know that. Learned something new. What? Okay, you can attack multiples. Might as well just get our health back up. Not entirely sure where we're going. Just keep going, I guess. Me over there. Second thing is that there's a inventory limit, so I'm like not wanting to actually go and like pick up everything now. I don't know if it'll get in the way later. You know what I mean? Good iron from those. Lake just got unlocked. Still have no idea where I'm going. There's the collapsed mine over there. Pillar's Arch up north. That's where we need to go. There's two things, locations. I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing like any. Right? Dude, like, forever for my guy just to... Okay. What was that? Okay, there you go. One shot. It's more of that.
This must be the second loom gate.
What's covering the base?
I'll check it out.
Creatures over there. Steel or an arc. Still thumbing with magic despite long years of sediment.
A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Tarza.
And he's gone.
Is this supposed to do something with that? Moved everything off of it. Oh wait. What's this supposed to do with these? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. It's clearly highlighted.
With the debris gone, this loom gate doesn't appear to be in poor shape at all. Time to check out the Great Ark.
Quest complete. Guess they just had to remove those off, even though it looked like I did remove them, but okay. Guess over there does not count. What quest we got? That's it. So we're gonna going lake. Tunis Circus. Designs for crafting a glow and audio indicator. Make them and collect them to unlock new gear. Alright, according to the map, that means we have 1 out of 5. That's it so far. Shit. Oh, where's that go? Oh, looks like it's supposed to go somewhere, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. Could be stuff in the center of that lake. Don't need to go to the center of that lake, though. That's mine's where we need to go, but could be some gems down here. Could also be those weird invisible douchebags as well.
This must be Hydra's Lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
In combat. Seems like I'm now full. A bunch of shit that we can't pick up. Sucks. Okay. Don't like the inventory limits. That goes down there in a little crevice. I wonder what's over there. Shit. I heard something. Units bracers. And there's something over here. That's it, though. I have to climb out of here. Okay. Wonder if there's like one thing in every single location. Wait. You guys see that on the map? Look at that. You see where the check mark on the top one? There's a little icon next to it. Looks like a hammer. You think that's also another thing? Possibly. Only to one find out. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. The door's closed. Yeah. Okay. That's what it was. Yeah, there is something here, but the door's closed. Alright, let's go to this collapse mine now. Yeah, I should clear my inventory out, but all the monsters are supposed to come back, so... There's that. Here it is. I'm gonna bet it's gonna...
I was right. It is an ark. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll get a closer look.
Opportunist mask. Alright, so that's the first mask we've seen.
An ark of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Then there's not much we can do with this for now. Dom seems to have an idea about the loom gate, at least. 2 Enclave constructs. Neither of them functional. Good news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the Wisp working.
The wisp?
Watch as Wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
Alright. Press up on the D-pad to conjure a wisp, or it will consult with the team and maps to guide in a general direction of the closest objective. So it's like a waypoint. Okay. So there in the middle, right underneath that check mark, is, I'm guessing, the next place we can go to?
I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
Nothing in here, is there? Huh, what's over here? Coral growth. Like outside the veil, this strange mineral has grown in the rock. Whereas will sing with magical energy. Can I hit it with a stick? Why is this glowing? What happens when it breaks? You gonna break at some point? taking too long. Alright, guess we'll just head south.
That's the edge of how far I can push the scry. It'd be like in the Veil's shadow all over again.
You're saying if I go that way, she won't
That's
kill
as
me?
far as I can push the scry.
What?
End of the lifeline, Bryn.
What? I don't know where I'm going. Okay. That's the outer edge of the wall, and they won't let you go further. Okay. I can't go to Sodom Pass yet, I guess? I wonder where the last item will be. It was blue. There's only one. Do I want to give up one for... Let's find out. Go in there. You go in there. Alright, doesn't want me to go that way. So we need to go there.
That should be it. According to my map, it's a man-made tunnel that grants easy access to the way station.
Sounds like great stuff in here. We're gonna have to drop a bunch of shit just to get it. Do some inventory, something I need to do. For sure.
Bryn's back. Let's fill her in.
We believe we found a way to activate the Loom Gate in our camp and in Glintwood Hollow.
Skies, what are we waiting for? I want to be the first one to travel through a gate.
It will be a defining moment of your career.
So, how do we repair a loom gate?
What made the Enclave remarkable was not merely their constructs, but their ability to power them. It has long been rumored that beneath our very feet exists an extensive magical network known as the Tapestry. The pipe you found in Glintwood Hollow is proof of its existence. It must be a conduit that directs raw magic to the loom gates as a source of power.
Okay.
And the tangle that formed around it was a leak.
Does that mean the tangles are actually just those sources of power? Just
Precisely.
leaking?
Our theory is that patching the rupture will restore power to the gate.
Thankfully, Seven Lane have a plan for that.
We don't know a lot about arcs, but I dug up some old stories from logs that we inherited from a weaver band that broke apart. In notes dated before the Surge, this band managed to get one of the enchanters who worked on the arcs riotously drunk and talking.
Apparently, the Arks have a thin carapace between their skin and their armor plates that's nigh immune to magic. and can be separated in segments. A magically resistant material like that would be perfect to seal a rupture in the tapestry.
So I need to cleave this carapace off the Ark? There's no way my sword is strong enough.
Come see me and we can make some improvements to Sola's forge. Which, in turn, means...
I could hone your sword so we can cleave the carapace, no problem.
We'll talk.
Great foresight in removing the debris from the Loom Gates platform. We've got a clear workspace once the patch is forged.
Happy to be one step ahead.
If I didn't, they would have just brought me back and did that.
Everyone's got a part to play in this. Let's get to work.
Bryn's records all of her objectives in her journal. To open it, press the A and body of the journal entry. Bryn often records additional details about her objectives. So what we can about improving the base camp. Complete trading water. Okay. We can talk to everybody though.
Did you see the size of that mine entrance? Amazing, isn't it?
You mean the one behind that huge deactivated Ark?
That's the one. Given the size of the entrance, I can only imagine how huge the mine must have been. Their yields must have been incredible.
I've heard the rich resources are a big part of why Weavers first settled this area.
The land's hostile, but they knew it was worth the risk. Ores from the Enclave are high grade, very pure.
The armor goes down, but the weight goes down. Max magic. Don't know what that means, but apparently it exists. Cold resistance goes up. I do lose 1 armor, but the weight goes down by 4, which is pretty good. I think it would be worth it. The only one we didn't get opportunities is the greed points, so the greed points is the only one we're missing. Here it is, opportunity. Alright, before we talk to her for that, we're gonna go talk to everybody else. We're gonna go talk to the what's-her-face to upgrade the station, see if that's what we need. Don't have anything for you, then why'd you have a thing there if I didn't talk to you about? Passage time. After each expedition, time passes, Bryn rests and recovers. Each day is divided into 2 daytime expeditions and 1 nighttime expedition. Okay. Every time a new day passes, expeditions and Enclave change. Conditions in Enclave change. Creatures can change locations and extreme weather conditions may appear for that day. Blazing a trail just got complete.
Two wonders of enchanting, an Ark and Loom Gates. We can touch them, smell them if we want. And they don't work. Maddening.
Did you?
Did I what? A little, but that's beside the point. But mossy, hints of sage, a subtle yet full-bodied undertone of dirt.
Amazing. Well, now we just need to get it working.
Oh yes, should our plan succeed.
And if not?
Then it is time for Plan B, which I have not yet thought up, but I'm sure we won't need.
So we don't actually have a plan B.
They are quite the thing, aren't they? Tangles, I mean.
After what it was like outside the Enclave, the ones in here are child's play.
It is an enduring mystery as to why the Veil's shadow is flooded with them. I did not expect that they would be so common inside the Enclave.
Are they common anywhere?
No. They were theoretical until the Veil went up. And then, of course, they became... political.
What exactly are tangles?
To our best understanding, magic is more than just energy. As far as we know, raw magic is a physical substance, but normally invisible. Our mantles gather it from the air as we move, but tangles prove it can concentrate on its own.
Mantles. What's a mantle?
What did you mean by political?
The surge was specifically catastrophic towards enchanted equipment. Explosions, out-of-control activations, you name it. And tell me, logically, who were the most likely people to have enchanted items on or around them?
The rich and powerful?
Well done. So, in a single moment, you have what seem to be hundreds of assassinations.
And decades of war followed.
As I said, political.
It's kind of like what happened in Gaza when the Israel had those little pagers go off and blow up a bunch of Gazans with it. Whatever they're called. So having just a bunch of just enchanted equipment, and then the surge happened, and every single enchanted equipment exploded. So if you had enchanted equipment on you at that time, you kind of felt the damage.
You said they were theoretical. What did you mean?
Lane and I have been digging. The only research on tangles we could find were thought experiments until the Veil's appearance. As you might expect, that research was done here in the Enclave. Apparently, they did not publish everything they knew.
Thanks, Dom. That helps me understand them better.
Ultimately, the most practical advice I can give is very simple. Don't stand in the murder cloud.
Sounds about right.
I couldn't help overhear Dom mentioning the surge's impact on the politics of our lands.
You really do pay attention to what happens around here, don't you?
A survival instinct. Growing up in Judea, you realize the walls have ears. If some of those ears aren't yours, you're at a disadvantage. That was actually the problem, you see?
The problem?
After the surge cascaded through the Maida, every kind of long-range magical communication broke down. So you have magical chaos and no way to confirm if your nation is under attack. You assume the worst and retaliate. Judea, my homeland, was hit hard. Our trade fleets had become rather dependent on magical navigation.
And they couldn't find their way home.
Or at least to a safe harbor. You could argue the loss of our fleets was worse than any individual war.
Because the trade network suddenly collapsed. My parents used to talk about shortages during those years. It got rough, they said.
Yes. And the worst wars are fought over resources when people are desperate. I very much hope we can find the true cause of all that suffering. And a way out to share it with the rest of the world after we do.
If people want to believe you. Who knows? It could be very political that they want to keep that information to themselves. Or they already know that information and don't want anyone else to know it. Never know.
I believe I was promised one epic tale on how you discovered the route into the Veil's shadow.
I suppose I did promise you. Rumors of a safe passage into the shadow had been swirling among Weaver circles for the last 5 years.
But if those rumors existed, that means someone else had to have come in here and found it originally.
They'd always piqued my interest, but I couldn't get a solid lead on it until 2 years ago. Weavers in a caravan bound for Don Brennig told me they no longer had a point. They'd lost an older Casil fellow who journeyed on the Strand Road before the surge. He insisted on one last big expedition before his retirement, into the Veil's shadow. It killed him, but they got pretty close.
So you got the route from that caravan?
Not quite. The point that died was the one who led them in. He had the trade roads memorized. But it was confirmation that getting close to the Veil was possible. I spent the next few months chasing leads. Eventually, I was able to trade an Ash Peak Drake's Tooth for a map of the trade roads with a dubious Ashar woman in Tarza.
A drake's tooth?
Some people believe grinding the tooth of a drake into a powder and consuming it could have stimulating properties.
Really? What are they, Rhyhorn? Or not Rhyhorn. Are they like fucking, Okay. What are those? creatures called. Okay, now my brain's like just on Pokemon, and I can't even think what the actual Pokemon or what the actual role thing is. Look it up. Rhinoceros, yes, that's right. It's a rhino. So yeah, other parts of the world, use rhino horns for that same aphrodisiac effect, which has been proven not to actually work. But you know, people don't care. They will still think whatever they want.
Fools. Regardless, between the map and the other leads, I was able to plan the route that led us to the Vale's shadow a fortnight ago. The final missing piece was an apprentice point to take on the expedition with me.
Glad I could help. Thanks for sharing, Aurea.
What's a good adventure if you can't regale someone with the tale later?
It.
Hey, I know we need to fix up the forge, but before we do, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Sure. What's up?
I owe you an apology.
What for?
I've been a little cold since you've arrived, and I should have been more welcoming. I was just under a lot of stress with everything that happened.
You mean when we ran for our lives from a death cloud into a lost land?
Yeah, that. And losing supplies, and Aurea getting injured, and then having a point takeover who...
Lacks experience.
At the time, that's what it seemed like. But ever since we arrived, you've been more than proving yourself. You made finding food and water a top priority. That's when I realized our Weaver band is in good hands. I underestimated you when I shouldn't have, and frankly, I was a jerk about it.
It's okay, Cass.
No, it's not. I really am sorry. I hope we can have a better relationship moving forward.
Thanks. That means a lot. Let's just start fresh, okay?
I'd love that.
How are you feeling now that we're starting to get settled?
If this is
A lot
settled,
of dialogue for this
I'd like
game.
to see us scrambling.
I didn't think this game was gonna be say AAA. So it was gonna be more of a AA game, so it's gonna be a lot of just reading. I guess not. It's actually all voiced and everything.
I have a hard time letting my guard down when there are so many unknowns. We're still missing supplies, and our campsite isn't half what it should be. Can't see myself relaxing and smelling the roses anytime soon.
The role of point seemed really serious to you. Can I ask why that is?
Because it is serious. If you screw up, we all die.
That seems... extreme.
Think of it this way. Let's say we're low on food in the desert. If you scout 3 leagues in the wrong direction, we're all 3 leagues further away from food we need to survive.
Right. I guess I see what you mean. Still sounds like an extenuating circumstance, though.
And being the first to enter the Enclave in almost half a century isn't an extenuating circumstance.
Point taken, I suppose. You know, when talking to Lane, they mentioned that you actually trained to become point yourself. I was wondering if that had something to do with why we weren't getting along.
Oh, no. Being point just wasn't for me. That's all.
So, I know Sola mentioned improvements to her forge meant being able to hone my sword. What does that entail exactly?
Unfortunately, the missing supplies I mentioned.
Is there a way I can help you restock?
Right now, we reserve the materials you bring back for your armors and weapons, because that's the priority. But if there's anything you can spare, I can repurpose them into supplies for our campsite.
Sounds simple enough.
Glad to hear it.
Okay. Repurpose the resources and supplies for the camp. Alright, how do I do that? Visit Casman to salvage any excess resources into supplies and generalized. Supplies are used for multiple things over the course of Bryn's adventure, but the earliest use is to restore the band's capabilities through a station upgrade. Okay. If I do these, that gives that. These give even. These are one apiece. Yep, there's 10.
These are a great start. With the supplies we've got already, we could shape up our campsite. We lost a lot of stuff when we were running.
It doesn't have to be exact. I thought it was gonna be like you had to find this
for
for and this individual items to do each individual piece of the camp. But no, it seems like it's all generalized.
But we can rebuild.
What do you have in mind?
Like we discussed. Sola could forge better weapons with improvements to her smithy. Like honing your sword so it can cut through arc armor. Alternatively, Dom could certainly care better for our mantles with new tools for weaving. And to keep you in fighting form, having Lane's alchemical tools in top form is invaluable. There's no end to the improvements we could make around here. And everyone's lives would be safer for it.
What about you?
Me? Oh, I don't need anything.
Come on, there must be something.
I mean, wouldn't your shelves be nice? Sure. I also have some ideas for your supply pouches. But don't worry about me. I'm fine. Right now, improving Sola's forge is more important.
Kaz, don't be shy. If it's shelves you want, it's shells you'll get. We'll organize the crap out of this place in no time.
No, I don't need them. I mean, it would be nice, but I'm fine.
It'd be nice.
Come on, say it with me. I deserve new shelves.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was a stretch too. Don't worry, we'll make some improvements around here.
Thanks, Bren.
I deserve those shells, damn it! Use the supplies to upgrade a station in the camp. Do I do it all from here? It looks like I do. I don't have to actually go to the individual places. Just go to her. All right. Solo will be able to upgrade weapons and armor pieces to level 2. Okay.
Sola is delighted with the improvements to her forge. She can refine your sword as soon as you'd like. Great work, Bryn.
Turns out we make a pretty good team. This campsite will be top of the line in no time.
Yeah. We're definitely going to need to start directing a water flow to the camp. Maybe even install a fountain in the back. Would help to get a garden going in here too. Fruits, vegetables, medicinal herbs. Oh, that reminds me, we'll need the... What?
Do you ever take a break? You know, to enjoy a job well done?
Sure. Sometimes.
Maybe.
Once there are fewer fires to put out, I'll relax. I swear.
You know, I've had a lot rattling around in my head since we got here too. Sure, there are so many new discoveries, that's exciting. But we're also trapped inside a hostile environment. Balancing the discoveries with survival is hard. Sometimes it just gets so loud in my head, you know?
Yeah, I do. It's like waves crashing down on me from all sides. All these awful thoughts of what could happen keep dragging me under until... Never mind.
You can tell me.
Until... I can't breathe. Or it feels that way.
Let's see. Do women really talk this much to each other? And I'm just sitting here as like, if these were two guys talking, like all of this would not be even in the conversation.
I get it.
You do.
Completely. Maybe we could slow down and catch our breath together sometime.
We just punch each other in the shoulder and said, "Let's go, let's get it done."
Maybe. I'd better get back to work, but... this was nice.
You can change your track quest with the journal. First,
Oh, yes.
It's Lane, by the way.
What's that?
They don't like to be called Lane Free. I heard you saying it to Bryn earlier. That's the name their parents chose. Lane is the name they chose.
Fair enough. Didn't realise. Thank you for letting me know. Lane, Lane, Lane. Not Lane Free, but Lane.
Oh no. Oh no! I was assuming that was happening, but I just didn't want any confirmation to even talk about that at all. Fuck. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. The, person that almost died and got the, hit by that bag and, almost got stuck in the void, but the, bird lady saved. That person's apparently trans. Great. Why do we gotta insert our woke bullshit in my fucking video games? Ugh. Alright, now we can upgrade more stuff. Get further in the story. 20. This guy wants 50. The 4 whole resources safely. So if I can salvage resources if I want. Before we do this, let's go see if we have everything we need to actually upgrade our weapon. Or we just randomly start throwing shit away.
Color me delighted that we're starting to restore our capabilities around the camp. When the time comes, I'll work with Casmin to create some new tools here.
Then we can start weaving more intricate strands into my mantle, right?
Yes. You harvest, I'll weave, and we'll have you channeling such magics.
So I gotta get him to level 2 before we can even start doing that? I want to do that immediately. But yeah, this is the person that's...
A crafter is only as good as their tools, they say.
Glad we're starting to upgrade the camp, then.
Let's just hope I'm wrong.
Very much so. There are alchemical formulas I
But it said
simply
something about
can't create for you without the
they
right to
being
mend this
lay
and
freed, but now they want to be
specifically
called
treated
Lane.
crucibles.
It's like...
Once I have those, we'll be set. Many of the plants and minerals I'm after are within safe distance of the camp, so I'll be able to gather them myself.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's happening. Okay, insert woke bullshit in my fucking video.
I knew we'd recover. We always do. Still feels nice to have my core tools back this quickly.
Still a long way to go, but we'll get there.
Speaking of, I've something for you. We've been scavenging around the way station and reclaimed a fair amount of useful materials. They're stored away and ready for you. Should be enough to reforge your sword as we discussed.
Can you also reforge armor? Improve my bow?
Sure can. Weapons or armor, we can rework them with different materials as you prefer.
What's the key difference between reforging my gear and just making something new?
If you want gear that does something fundamentally different, make something new. For instance, there are fabrics, metals, leathers, and so on that are highly resistant to heat. A suit of armor made of a combination of those would have been incredible against the Drake you faced in the Veil's shadow. If you don't need something additional, and just want to improve what you already have, that's when you reforge. Keeps the clutter down in the caravan.
So you only want to reforge something to have a specialization in something. If you don't want a specialization in something, then you keep the default, which is the all-rounder.
What should I expect from a reforged sword?
It depends on the materials we use. Some hold edge better, making your swipes that much more deadly. Others make your gear lighter, or, for something like armor, change the way it handles heat and cold.
Sounds like it's time to make something that can punch through arc armor.
That's the spirit.
Alright, we forge your shield, your sword and shield at the the thing. Reforge. All the Bryn's gear can be reforged to swap out lower quality materials for stronger ones of the same category. The original materials are reclaimed for use as part of the process. It's not come losing resources to do it. New materials will change both the appearance and the stats of your gear. The higher quality materials will have a significant impact on Bryn's damage and... Okay. I'm going to change out the rough leather for this one. So apparently I can't do this one. Because I need 8. Or 6 of it total. Could do this one, like does more damage. Or this one. This one does 10. You lose heat resistance and what? Iron. I need 3, so I can do this one, which is even more damage. Softwood, which only need 2, which I have that. Gives me more cold resistance. Red cotton, which gives me even more. So this one does just 1. I don't have it though. This one does 1 plus cold. This one does 2 plus cold. Okay, so we went from a 45, I think, to a 73, almost doubling it. Being close.
There you go. Not just good as new. Better.
Now that I can cut the carapace free, what's next?
Whenever the band is collaborating on a problem, I'm often the one to create the design, and you'll put it together with me. At least normally they're my designs. Sev actually came up with this one. With carapace and enough metal, I can forge his patch for the leaking conduit.
Any particular metal required?
No, just enough of the same type. Sev and I try to keep our designs flexible to work with whatever we've got in the caravan. Once you have everything we need, we'll forge the patch here.
Yep.
Kaz, what you said about the point roll not being for you. Lane said the training was going well, and then one day, it just stopped. Can I ask why?
Honestly, it was just too much for me. The responsibility that comes with being point. I guess I caved under pressure. Leaping headfirst into danger isn't for everyone. What made you decide to become a point?
Neither of my parents were weavers, but my dad would tell me stories about the Enclave as a child.
You became a point because of a bedtime story.
What can I say? Magic gripped me at a young age and never
You
let
just
go.
develop magic out of
Now that
nowhere,
I'm a point,
so it doesn't have to do anything with
possibilities
lineage
are
or
endless.
hereditary or anything like that. So both your parents can both not be sensitive to magic, but your child randomly can be. Whatever how that works.
And has being point given you what you're looking for?
So far, yeah.
Good. For a long time, I felt like I let Aurea down. She wanted me to continue with the training, but I just couldn't. When she offered to keep me on as a quartermaster, I was surprised. In time, it made sense, though. I always enjoyed the planning of my expeditions, more than the expeditions themselves.
So you've been happier as a quartermaster?
Yes, this is much more my speed. Besides, someone needs to hang out with Arva. Seriously, I'm more than happy to leave the creature wrangling to you.
I'm not sure I have what it takes to pack a caravan anyway.
Oh, that just randomly skipped it. Don't mean you having to do anything. That's weird. So, should we scavenge some resources to try to boost up? Let's figure out what we need first. 20 for her. Can't do hers now. Then 20 for this person's. We'll to prepare Frost Shroud. vials that grant cold resistance and flame shroud vials that grant heat resistance. Bryn will be able to carry one of each on her belt. Okay, we upgrade the mantle. Getting 50 is probably going to be really hard. That's 5 each, that's 10. I don't even know if I can even do that. If I even like started like throwing all this together. Oh, okay, there's no actually like going backwards. Need 10 more. His was the most expensive. Now I probably don't have any materials to actually upgrade my mantle at all, but I have the ability to do it if it does happen. Hoping that increases the ability to have more, whatchamacallit. Rest further in the story. So, let's go talk to him.
When we've got supplies to spare, I have ideas for improving your pack. If we do it right, you'll be able to bring more resources back. It's all about load distribution.
And shells.
God, yes.
I really do want more ability, have more resources. Might actually just go out of my way to salvage more resources to get that. Go. Let's bring back some more resources. More shelves. So the only one who hasn't had anything is this person, so should we just get everything? Should we just... I don't even know if I have enough. Probably do. Might as well get everybody upgraded. Level 2. Alright, cool. Everybody's now upgraded. Alright, the resistance lasts only a short period of time, but it's very strong. These vials will automatically refill on each return to the band's camp. Blue and orange vials provide strong resistance to or shrouding. Their namesake conditions, meaning a flame shroud potion will make highly resistant to heat. Okay. Yep. Gotta include more, or gotta go further in the story. Alright, let's go to these people and see if they have anything new to talk about. Okay, so this one I need forge stuff, so then the carpet itself, which we'll get when we go out. That's not a big deal. I clearly don't have any materials for anything now because I literally just like I'm fairly sure I don't have materials for anything. Upgrade equipment, so that's new. After improving the smithy, gear can be upgraded to increase its effectiveness. Upgrading requires additional units of the same materials used in gear's creation. Upgrades can only do so much, however. Certain materials just fundamentally better, and sometimes it's better to craft something new. So, I need thick hide, steel, ironwood, and dense of Escalo fur just to upgrade it. Okay.
Well pleased with the reforge. There's another option too. We can enhance your gear.
Not the same thing?
No. Enhancing uses more of the same materials from the original construction. I use them to add a bit more protection to your armor, reinforce your blades and such. Worth doing if you have extra materials. I'll be able to do more as we build my smithy's set of tools back up.
So what you do is you try to get the best materials you can. So if you want to do like all greens, you want to do that. If you want to do all blues, I'm talking about the rarities, by the way, and then like there's probably purples and there's probably legendaries. So if you want the best, you want to get all legendaries into the equipment, and then you would do upgrades on top of it to get the best gear. So when you reforge, say I got 2 blues in there, so I want to replace the 2 greens with 2 blues. and then you would then upgrade it if you can't find any purples. And then once you get start purples, you start replacing the blues with the purples, and so on and so forth. Still can't actually upgrade the mantle. Even though I upgraded the place, I still can't actually do anything. Probably the same thing for her, which is weird. Alright, so now we need to head back where we came from. Which means now we should have more inventory space, especially since we created the shelving. So, there's that. And also we cleared out a lot of our storage with picking stuff up, so... or crafting most of it. All the enemies should be back. I'm gonna go through the enemies. Let's see if we're actually stronger now than we were before. Almost doing double the damage, so I'm hoping we are. Alright, so we're heading, I guess, down to the brook. Where does this go? Are you dead? Those things. I saw something glow over here. I see some glow over here. Oh, here it is. Thought it was gonna land and explode, but I guess not. get softwood from the tree? I do. If I really need softwood, I could. Run chopping down trees. I think we still gotta go to Collapse Mines. We need to hit that direction, I think. There it is. Yep. Here's something else. I'm crazy. Okay, we are going that way. Did you miss? Okay. Anything else new? I see. That's the way out over there. Me that direction.
You're coming up on the Ark of the Stricken Earth. With a stronger sword, hopefully the carapace will come off easy.
Oh, I feel like this is not going to work so well. Wake up.
This might take a while.
You'll need to swing harder to cut through armor that thick.
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Retrieving the carapace is going to be trickier than we thought.
Is she
Sounds
really
good.
ready to fight that thing?
Catch your breath. When you're ready, you can climb the arm and attack it from different angles.
Climb the arc, eh? Game just tossed me off of it. The disc.
That's it. Hit the exposed skin with everything you've got.
Can't get to it. Who's moving?
Can't take it through that patch of skin anymore. Move on.
What? Missed. Pick that up. And I'm missing a lot. I need to turn down the sensitivity, it's just kind of much. Move. What is this? Increase the area surrounding the stick that we ignore input from. Setting this value too low may result in Bryn continue. Was that half health? And I can't hit the broadside of a barn, dude. Oh. Stop moving, I'm trying to hit you. Can't even get to its weak spot. God, that took forever.
You are unstoppable, Bryn. I was worried we might lose our chance to get the carapace, but you secured it.
Any concerns about using the Archon strand, Dom?
Concerns? None. Excitement? Considerable. We should be able to weave that strand into your mantle, Bryn.
Okay, I'm gonna have to probably drop some stuff. Whitewood. Asphalt, 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 asphalt. So drop something. Asphalt. Okay. I think that's it. Get the fuck out of here. I think we leave now, right? Yeah. But we fought our first boss, got our butt kicked, especially since like every time we try to shoot somebody, it just wouldn't work. Or if it's weak spots, I should say. Day 2. Afternoon. Move. Move. Well? I was in a hole, I can't recognize my USB device for some dumb reason. When that happens. Happens all the time. That's why I stopped using the Xbox controller. It was only PC. Because every once in a while, for whatever reason, it'll just say, it doesn't understand that it's connected by a USB in that USB slot. I don't know if it's just that one USB slot that does it, or if I need to like hook it up in another USB slot. And I could do Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, but I tried to get the Bluetooth to work, and the Bluetooth just wouldn't work to save its life, so I don't know how to get that to function properly, so I don't know. Some aspirin, though. Okay. I wonder if we can go that way to actually end up that direction. Or, I don't know. Oh, I actually don't have enough materials. I need 5 random materials. That sucks. Weavers channel magic through the strands of their power woven into the mantles. Each mantle can only be attuned for strands of the same family. Whatever that means. Harvesting more strands from the wild creatures around the Enclave, Bryn can gain new abilities or increase the power of one she already has. Weaver's Grassfall is going to pull something. Use the harvested strand to unlock. Oh, that's that one thing that I don't even know where I got. Had it. And Snarling Blast. Every time a new strand is harvested, I don't know how we got it, Dam creates an artificial strand that resonates with the harvested one, allowing for future study of the magic within. Some quests objectives requires a specific quality of resonance to progress. Each strand upgrade in Bryn's mantle increases the resonance quality as well. The qualities in order are fragile, fine, and exquisite. Okay. Starting blast strand. I need more strands. So this does what? Generates a vortex of raw kinetic energy that draws foes or objects. Circle. Okay. That. That's what he does. I think I gotta leave and come back. There I go. We don't have enough materials. Here we go. Did he die? I don't know. Okay, that's a thing. Fuck was that noise? 3 so far. I need more. If I go into those one guys, the archer guys, be swell. We drop that red iron. Poison. There's one. Dropped hard leather. Usually drops that red iron thingy, but this time. Love when I'm like I'm not looking for materials, they're everywhere, but then I look for materials, I can't find them to save my life. That chest's back. Some healing supplies out of that. Weird. Broadcloth. We're already out of our limit. Where that is, but we'll take it. I guess with that we can get the hell out of here. So let's head back. Ran into a new enemy we've never seen before. I think that killed it. Sit back. Day 2.
Perfect.
You think this patch will fix the leaking pipe?
Yes. And with the debris cleared, why don't you tell Arya we've got everything we need to fix the loom gate?
Me?
Acting or otherwise, major communication should come from the point.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Can we get more, better gear? Points half plate. There's... Okay, this is what I'm currently rocking. I could reforge this one with just better gear if I had it. I clearly don't. One has a little bit more armor to it. One. I wonder if it'd be better if I just made new. I love how it says heat resistance goes down, even though, like, there's no base heat resistance because of the whole, I don't have it. So any heat resistance I gain from it all is actually good. One. It goes down. Up. Resistance go down, but heat resistance goes up. These don't add anything. What? They don't add anything? That's 14. The weight's lower.
Nice to work on something a little lighter every once in a while.
I don't have any of the greaves. Hey, what happened to a platinum? You told me that you were getting bored of it, so I decided to take a break and try something new. That's all it was, just me trying something new.
The patch is ready, and I've cleared the debris at the loom gate in
No.
Brentwood Hollow.
Most of it goes based on what my gut feeling is. I do take some of your comments into account, since you're like the only one I chat. But most of it was just like, I think I was burning myself out by playing only Pokemon, and then doing that, playing the one game over and over again, was burning me out a little. So I thought maybe either taking completely all day off, just to reset my, just to reset myself. I was thinking maybe I'd do that, but I kind of got bored, so I thought I might as well stream. This game came out yesterday, so I thought I'd try this out. It's free on Game Pass. I have Game Pass, so thought I'd get a little value out of the Game Pass I have. So that's why I'm playing this game. Try Fortnite. I have played Fortnite. I'm not interested in Fortnite. I don't like battle royales in general, personally. Don't see what the problem with this game is. I'm having fun. I like it.
Excellent work, Bryn. Time for you to take a well-earned rest.
But most of the
while
games I enjoy and
heads
personally like,
into the
no
hollow.
one wants to watch, which kind of sucks.
You sure you don't need me to come?
We've got this. And you need the break.
All right, if you say so.
Anytime in the camp, Bryn can rest in her tent to advance time. Well, not until this point, anyway. Night will advance to the next day. Okay. I play Persona. I've never actually played any of the Persona series. Actually, I wanted to check to see what the gears are. Equipment. So, don't have anything mass to compete. So I got this one. Armor goes down. 14 versus 16. This one's 11. This one does have a lower weight. Heat resistance goes up. I do lose cold resistance, and I do lose 2 armor. I think losing 2 armor for the weight reduction is probably better. But these... So it's actually on par armor-wise. So the only thing I'm losing is cold resistance and then weight. I think it's fine. I don't have different ones of those. I want to get the two-handed weapon just to see what it's like, but I don't have it yet. I think this is fine. Have any like random salvage I can just start salvaging? I don't think so. Okay. Go to sleep. How about the Zelda games? I already done the Zelda games. Zelda games are on my channel already. Or at least all the new ones. Breath of the Wilds and whatever. I haven't played any of the old Zelda games. Nope, just Breath of the Wilds and Tears of the Kingdoms, the ones I played.
Aurea, how's it going?
Bryn, you're awake. We're making progress over here.
We're getting attacked.
With that.
Hey, no one came back to camp, did they? Is the rest of the band still with you?
We're all here. And the leak is just about fixed.
That's glowing.
Hey, wait, I just want to talk.
You need me telling your camp that there's a person at our camp right now?
That was incredible.
Hey, couldn't have done it without you.
Actually, we couldn't have done it without Sev. I didn't expect you to have such a deft hand with magical conduits.
I'm not... I mean...
He's blushing.
We just got lucky it held.
Not to distract from the victory,
Okay.
but something happened while you were gone. I saw something. Well, someone.
A Hearthsider?
Maybe. The figure was masked and standing at the edge of the camp. I think they were watching me. Before they disappeared.
How friendly.
If there are people still left in the Enclave, we need to find them. They can tell us what happened here.
Yes. I was just thinking we should chase down the scary masked figure that likes to watch Bryn sleep.
Put it that way, it sounds creepy.
Hey, even asleep, I am a pretty fearsome presence. Seriously, though. We just burst through their veil, defeated their massive arc, and powered up their lost enchantments. Wouldn't you be scared of us if you were an Enclave Weaver?
That's actually not a bad point.
Friendly or hostile, if there are Hearthsiders, we need to find them.
Agreed.
And the good news is, fixing the Loom Gate didn't just give us easier access to Glintwood.
What's Glintwood? Oh, the area.
It expanded our scry's reach.
Cool.
So scries are somehow connected to the Enclave's tapestry.
Every scry was built here.
This means you not only have access to the Loom Gate, but you can safely explore further.
Incidentally, our maps indicate that there is a village beyond the Hollow in a large swathe of wetlands known as Dredger's Mire.
Village. Does village mean people, or does village mean like abandoned?
Perhaps we'll find our Hearthsiders there. Bryn, why don't you brief with Lane before your next expedition?
Sounds good.
After that, it's time to use the Loom Gate.
Why didn't you guys return using it yourselves?
We needed to take a key swatch back to camp in order to connect the two.
Commandy? Mega Man? I don't even know what Mega Man is. Is that dude that has, like, he wears blue and he's short and he has that weird arm cannon? Is that who Mega Man is?
We'll make sure you have a key
I don't really know
switch
much.
to connect any other loom gates to this one from now on.
Okay.
Here to brief?
But he's virtual.
I like to know everything I can before venturing
Okay.
off to a new place.
Just beyond the forested hills of Glintwood Hollow lies the wetlands known as Dredger's Mire. Much like the Hollow, the Enclave prospected many of the raw materials needed for its ambitious constructs and projects from the mire. Oh, it's no coincidence you found the Ark of the Stricken Earth near a collapsed mine. Likely, it was used for the excavation of minerals and metals before the surge. I believe the natural surroundings of the mire were also rich in resources. The Enclave even settled a small village there known as Poldervale.
Which is where I might find that masked figure that was watching me.
Okay.
It's possible. Regardless, do you have any questions before you head out?
Nope. He's virtual named Ian. Mega Man's name is Ian? Huh. Didn't know that.
What can you tell me about Poldervale? It seems like it was settled pretty far from their capital.
Indeed. Though, when you take instantaneous travel through loom gates into account, what constitutes a remote village changes. The village was likely settled to facilitate the prospecting of raw materials in the outskirts. Resources farmed here could easily be transported across the Enclave through the use of loom gates.
Apart from the village, it sounds like this is mostly untamed lands. In the expectation that it will
Didn't
be
post
more
a previous
dangerous
comment?
than the Hollow.
Of course it didn't. That's YouTube for you.
I would expect so, yes.
Must have said something that YouTube didn't like.
We've made camp in a way station that's pretty far from Denevron, and the mire yet even more remote. Everything I've read says the deeper into the outskirts of the Enclave one ventures, the more wild and untamed the lands become.
You're saying my battle with the Great Ark might be looking like child's play soon?
Possibly?
Some of
Just
the
means
others didn't seem
further you go
so
out,
sure
stronger the
she'd be
enemies.
trying to track down the masked figure. What do you think?
History demands we find them. If the masked figure truly is a Hearthsider, their
Wish I knew what a
stories
Hearthsider
and
is.
what they've lived through in here would be invaluable to our understanding of the Enclave and of the Surge.
Sounds like I'd better find them then. Thanks for the info, Lane. I think I'm ready to head out.
My pleasure. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I didn't have the biggest role to play in the loom gates repair. I'm not exactly handy with a hammer. But watching the band work gave me an idea for a new alchemical project. Its working name is a loom shard.
What does that mean?
A loom shard.
Yes, it's a shard that could draw magic from a loom gate and bring you back to camp safely, wherever you are.
Ooh.
How is this different from Aurea putting me back with the scry?
You don't have to die.
Unaided, Aurea can only summon enough magic to bring you back safely, not all the valuables you might have collected on your expedition. Because this shard draws magic from the tapestry, it can bring you back safely with all you've gathered.
Thanks, Lane.
Ooh. Lane's creation, the Loom Shard, allows Breen to return to camp from anywhere in the Enclave. It takes time to activate, however, so use it with caution, so you can't use it mid-combat. I'm not sure what this does, but it really does something.
Bryn, one would think you've been fighting massive constructs your entire life.
It's a newer hobby I've picked up. On account of only having seen one for the first time recently.
Yes, it's quite something to see a massive Archon after studying their role in history for so long.
You seem a little concerned about something.
Oh, no. That Arcs are still functioning in the Enclave is a revelatory discovery. I'm elated, of course.
Revelation?
Very convincing.
It's just, this Archon brings up more questions than it answers. For starters, Arcs of this variety tended to carry a slate bar to help break rocks. It was clearly working in the nearby mine.
Slate bar.
One must wonder whether its tool was lost in a cave-in. It's hard to say, really. Another mystery, there's no record of Archon hostility towards Weavers. Did they
I really never
turn
got
the
into Mega Man,
creators
so
of
like,
the
I don't know
search?
really any lore about Mega Man at all.
Is this just about the Arcs?
It's about everything. I suspect we're chasing dead ends. None of these leads fill me with any sort of confidence.
Means we gotta go explore some more. Oh no. As soon as it says them right there, we know that we're right about the woke bullshit in the video games. Why, game? Why? Why do we gotta have woke bullshit in my video games? Bullshit. It's completely unnecessary, too. It's an unnecessary mechanic that does not need to exist. Doesn't add anything to the story, doesn't add anything to the game.
It's easy to get overwhelmed by the details. The Enclave is a complete
Makes me want to stop playing this
mystery.
game just because of it. I was liking this game, too, and this is just, they add one part that has nothing to do with the fucking main part of the game. It
And the
ruins
reality
everything.
is, we won't uncover all of it. There's only so much we can do. But that doesn't stop us from making incredible discoveries within those limitations.
Incredible discoveries within our limitations. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Are Mega Man games basically platformers? I'm not very good at platforming. I'm a really bad platformer. That's why I don't play Mario.
It is strangely comforting to acknowledge that there are limits to what we can achieve.
All we can do is put one foot in front of the other. If we're ever going to solve this puzzle, it will only happen piece by piece.
You're right about that. More pieces would help, though. Maybe if you track down other Arcs, we might start to understand what's going on with them.
More information about anything trying to kill me is probably a good
I'm
thing.
enjoying this game. It's just that they have this one insert
Although
woke
it does
part
mean getting close
just
to the things trying to
frustrates
kill
me to no end.
which is less good.
Well, if you take out the woke part, I'm having fun.
Yes, do try not to die in the process, as that would render the information less useful.
And I know playing this game is going to get 0 views, but I'm still enjoying it. Almost every game I enjoy playing on the stream never gets. Big sad. I really enjoy these games. Oh, someone else wants to talk.
I hope I'm not prying by bringing this up, but Dharm and Arya told me about your last band.
Oh. Yeah.
Why, what happened to them?
Sounds like it was pretty rough.
It wasn't great, that's for sure. I mean, I gave up everything I knew to become a weaver. And it only took a couple of weeks for me to realize I had chased the wrong caravan out of town. All that band did was drink and fight. I stuck around, thinking I might be able to make a difference if I became point, but Aaron chose someone else to take his place in the end.
You're in better hands now. I promise. Even though I'm sure your last few days with us have been a lot. Do you have any regrets?
Being stuck in a hostile
about
place
leaving?
is kind of a lot.
I did have one friend in the band, Pelagia. She was their enchantress. She was actually the one who convinced Aaron to let me join them. Due to the nature of my departure, I wasn't able to say goodbye. I thought I would send her a letter the next time we stopped in a town.
How does that work? I'm thinking about the mechanics behind sending a letter to a wandering band. How does the letter get to the wandering band if the band is continuously moving throughout the country? That doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense. I don't know.
Then we tumbled through the veil.
Yeah. I don't know what she must think of me.
If she's a true friend, she'll understand.
I hope so. Friends like her are rare.
That's what makes them special.
Okay. Alright, use the loom gate. Alright, time to use our first fast travel. Oh, got no person to talk to. Hey, buddy. Wonder if we can upgrade the stations yet.
Now that I'm done being frigid and unwelcoming.
Bah, you were only lukewarm.
Sure. How about an icebreaker? To get to know each other better.
Sounds fun. What have you got?
Simple. If you were a wild animal, what would you be?
Ooh. I think I'd be in a color.
Why is that?
Aggressive, but they hunt in packs with close bonds. I love adventuring, but a kick-ass team is what makes it meaningful.
Huh. I like that.
He's blushing.
And yourself? What animal would you be?
An eastern reef crake.
A crake? Somehow I pictured fewer tentacles and destroyed ships in your wake.
You're thinking of the big ones. An eastern reef crake is pretty small and harmless. But all crakes are misunderstood. They are incredibly intelligent creatures.
Are they
And they
occupied?
diligently protect their eggs. They actually only attack when their nest is under threat. So yeah, I'd be a crake. Happily living underwater.
Right.
Normally, when you crack jokes in the face of dire circumstances, hives start breaking out on my skin.
Okay.
But when it comes to the masked
What?
Hearthsider, you might have a point. He could be scared of us. We are disassembling their enchantments left and right. And in the case of their arcs, dismembering.
Just a smidge.
Besides, who wouldn't quake in their boots at the sight of me? I am about as strapping as they come.
And here come the hives.
I don't understand how hives can just magically appear out of thin air. That sounds a little weird to me, but that's just me. No one can be upgraded. We went through our equipment already. Don't really want to salvage resources quite yet. So let's go through the loom gate, shall we? Alright, the base camp's loom gate allow instant travel to any other loom gate you've activated. Look for other loom gates around the world, interact with them to create a connection to allow for quick return. Okay. Weather is clear. Akala and Ark of Abelis. Didn't we defeat the Ark of Abelis? Does it respawn? These are all the resources we can get from them. So we have 8 out of 24, we have 3 out of 5, and we have 1 out of 1. Okay.
Ready?
Let's do this.
How does it work? Okay. We were running a second ago, now we're standing and walking.
First
Aha.
trip through the Loom Gate is a success.
That was so awesome.
Okay, what are we doing? Track down and harvest an arc of the stricken earth to collect another ensnaring blast strand. Or find the path to Drager's Mire. Differences. Let's go. That is go defeat that guy over there. Okay, so it wants me to go beat that big guy. I thought they didn't respawn, but it looks like they might actually respawn. Where'd he go? Where'd this big guy go? Hear him bouncing up and down over here. There he is. What? Ow. Ow. How'd that hit me? Come on. It's kicking my butt. Missed. 2 healing potions left. I feel like I'm not hitting the actual thing. There it goes. Not sure how this is not hitting it. Upgraded my freaking bow. Can't hit it, man. Can't hit anything. It's just impossible. Okay. Can't kill it. My bow is just too damn weak. Hope some medical supplies out of these, but there are no medical supplies here. Can't even hit it once, dude. I can't hit it. Here we go. What the hell? I swapped. damage. That didn't really help, did it? Not even at half health yet. That sucks. That under armor is just so much, I can't get past it. Like anything I want to throw at it, the game's like, nope, sorry, blocking by the under armor. Stop faking, damn it! Yeah, I can't hit it, man. I don't know what to do. I can't hit these shoulder problems just save my life, man. They just won't go down. Half health. Did it. It's a miracle. Down. I hit it. Looks like I'm aiming too low, but then when I aim too high, it misses course as well. Oh man, this fight's taking forever. it's doing. Oh, it just made it to the back. Not hittable. Gotta get this pauldron off of it. I can't hit it. Oh shit. Ooh. Is that the thing I can hit? Stop moving your arm. Stop moving your arm. Fuck me, man. One hit. Stamina. Oh man, this fight just taking forever. One that should have hit. Why is that hitting? I've hit that 3 times, game! Oh, or not, I guess. That one magical didn't hit it somehow. Can't hit it, same all I did. Got one. Get one more time. That side. This side's really hard to hit because there's a fucking staff in the way. Can't hit it. No! Stop! It can hit me 3 times in a row. Out of medical supplies. Can't hit it. I can't. That looked like I hit it directly, and it just there it goes. That really awkward placements I have to hit it. It's been this like one arm spot. Like how the fuck do I hit that? I don't know. I don't know how to kill it. That's what I have to do, but I can't hit the thing now because he's literally cock blocking me. Just can't hit it. Come on! First I miss. Missed. Give it to me. Oh, that was right there. Here we go, it's one. Can't hit it. I just can't do it. It's just not possible. I don't know how to get it, man. I honestly don't know how to get it. These fights are super frustrating. Get the arm out of the way, Gabe! Locus points. Points are trained to perceive the strands of magic where great creatures focus their power. These are called locus points. To gain mastery over their abilities, points harvest them. They must be right on top of the locus, usually by climbing and pull it free. Exposing the locus for harvest often requires shearing parts of the creature's armor off or otherwise disrupting them. We gotta climb the thing. Great. After you defeat each creature once, the band pulls their observations. Visit land to assemble the creature's codex entry, and then it may be consulted at any time for tips on how to harvest. I gotta climb on top of it now.
Another kinetic strand.
Holy James! Feed Arc of the Stricken Earth. Weave the harvested strands to empower the ensnaring blast ability. Requires ulterior level 2. Anything else? That was a very tough fight. Holy crap, it took me forever to kill it too. Okay, it wants me to go that direction. I can't unlock that one area by the thing. Blocked off, I don't know. We could go back that way, see if it's unlocked now. I doubt it is, but maybe. I think we definitely need to upgrade our bow for sure. More of those guys, because it was tough. Need me to come up here. I was trying to get over on this side so I can go straight towards the other location.
Can't stretch the scry any further.
What? Oh, we just expanded this guy. Didn't we do that like 2 seconds ago? Guess not. I wonder if those big guys can respawn. I think they might. Steel. Still can't enter this. There's something for that. I don't know what it is. He's bad here. X is fluctuating. Caution for. Could go back. Okay. Alright, that made my thing have a weird blue glow to it. So I need another blast strand. Internet vortex of raw kinetic energy draws foes, projects alike to its as well with other abilities and X. Gathers foes. Just level 2. We need level 3 of this place just to even do that. Apparently we don't have an ice wall. Talk to you at all?
Harvesting. Such an intriguing term for so critical a task.
Why do we call it that anyway?
My favorite explanation is that it implies a thoughtfulness. When we harvest a creature, we pull something out of its essence. It is fundamentally a violent act.
But we harvest predators, ones that pose a threat to us. There are peaceful or merely territorial creatures that use magic, but Weaver custom is to never harvest them.
That makes sense. I like that we're selective about it.
Further, Weavers do not seek to eradicate these creatures, merely keep them in check. Slaughter them all, and we not only lose access to more strands, but also risk disrupting the ecosystem. You've heard of Renland's famed attempt to cull their Akala population, and the mass loss of crops due to too many deer, yes? Same thing. Even something as wild as an Ash Peak drake plays a role in the world. Solar,
Okay.
this plan to repurpose Carapace to fix the Loongate's conduit?
Alright, see if we can craft a better bow, shall we? Alright, that went from... Actually, I don't... Let me, yeah, so it's 56 to 66. I don't have any of these that I can actually use. Really, after all that fight, I didn't get any. 3 heat resistance go down. Let's go down. 3, where's 3? I got a purple, actually. That'll match the, sort of have. I think it was 73, 73. Okay. Dismantle something. Dismantle weapons and armor that outlive their usefulness. Recover all material. This one doesn't need to exist. So I don't need the original one either. Don't think I need this one either. Hand grip upgrade, can't... This I can upgrade this one. I can actually upgrade it. Really. Interesting. I can reforge this, and it's not as good because it's still the point greaves instead of the observers, which is really what we're using, but we could use a lot of materials to upgrade it.
Good balance of protection and mobility.
Our sword is upgraded, our bow is now upgraded, so we should be able to fight a little bit easier. Let's get a save since I have not saved at all. Actually, I think it auto-save. Oh well, I wanted to manual save anyway. That's going to be the stream for me, though. Hope you guys liked the stream. If you guys did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more of the stream every single day. I'll be on tomorrow, as always. So, if that follow, if you guys watch on Kick or Twitch, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.